Good afternoon, students. You are welcome to Thane Municipal Corporation's Virtual Classroom. I am going to teach the second part of the lesson. We have learned it on the last period, the Unit 3.4, The Two Gentlemen of Verona. We have learned it in the last period, the first part of the story. What I have learned on that? I have said that it is the book review of a famous novelist, A.J. Cronin. The novel written by A.J. Cronin named Gentlemen of Verona. What I have learned in the last period, we have learned that there are two boys. The two boys were selling strawberries, wild strawberries, when they encountered with the narrator, that's A.J. Cronin. The narrator bought the basket full of strawberries from the boys, and the narrator felt that the boys are very pleasant, innocent, and serious on their work, because after that he saw the boys many times, that sometimes they were polishing their shoes, shining their shoes, or sometimes they were selling the evening newspaper, in the very cold and stormy weather. So the narrator has a soft corner. Narrator had soft corner about the boys, and so on. They were encountered many times, and they have bonding. They had that is a bonding. There was a bonding with them, each of them. One day, the narrator asked, "How can I help you? Can I help you in any manner?" Then the boys told him that, okay, that you can, you if you took us, if you gave lift us to the nearby village Poleta, then we were very grateful. We were very grateful to you. Then the narrator took him took them to their uh, destination, the nearby village Polota, and the boys get down in a building and ask the narrator to wait in a nearby cafe until they return within an hour. So the narrator took them and waited for them. इस तरह से जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि नरेटर ने उन दो बॉयज को लिफ्ट दिया उनके जहाँ पर उनको जाना था, पोलेटा में, और एक बिल्डिंग के सामने उनकी कार रुकी। वहाँ से वो नरेटर उनको ले छोड़ दिया उस बिल्डिंग के पास में, और वो बॉयज जो थे वो बिल्डिंग के अंदर चले गए। अब नेक्स्ट इस पीरियड में हम देखेंगे कि आगे की कहानी में क्या होता है। Eagerness leads the narrator to follow the boys up to a place which is actually a hospital. On peeping through a room led by a nurse, he realizes that boys are talking to a girl who resembles them. Eagerness leads the narrator to follow the boys up to a place which is actually a hospital. When the narrator dropped the boys nearby a building, and the boys get get in the building, the narrator have curiosity. What is there in that building? Why do the boys get in the building? For what purpose they get in the building? So that eagerness, that curiosity leads the narrator to follow the boys. He followed the boys. He followed the boys, and uh, the building is actually a hospital. The building is actually a hospital, and when peeping through a room, the narrator uh, peep inside the room. Peep means to watch through something carved or something from the hole to watch through the hole. It's peeping. Peeping means jhankna, andar dekhna. On peeping through a room led by a nurse, it was a hospital, and the nurse led the narrator. Nurse took the narrator on that room where the boys were gone. He realizes that boys are talking to a girl who resembles them. Then the narrator found that the boys are talking to a girl, and the girl is very much look alike to them. That means she may be their sister. The girl would be their sister, he think. He does not feel like intruding and thus asks the nurse the details about the boys. He does not feel like intruding. The narrator wanted to go to the boys and ask what is the matter, but he feels that no, it is not right in that time to intruding. Intruding means to uh, go go on the place where you are not allowing to go. So uh, it can be mean that he the narrator does not want to interrupt the boys. So and thus ask the nurse the details about the boy. So the narrator thought that I can ask the nurse what is the matter, who is the girl. So this is when the nurse tells him their heart-rendering story about their father being killed in a war. The nurse, after asking, the nurse tells a very heart-rendering story. Very a story heart-rending means something that uh, cause sorrow, dukhat, heart-rendering story about their father being killed in a war and their home being destroyed in the war and the sister suffering from tuberculosis. The nurse told three things: that the father of the boys are being killed in the war, and their house, their home is also destroyed in the war, and their sister is suffering from tuberculosis. The brothers live in a shelter and literally starve only so that they can pay for their sister's treatment. Now, the nurse told the narrator that the brothers live in a shelter. They are living in some camp or shelter, and literally, exactly, very much true that they are starved. They are very faminish, starving only so that they can pay for their sister's treatment. Means the nurse told that the boys are living in a shelter and they do numerous work. They do anything to earn for their sister's treatment, and they starve, भूखे रहते हैं, only so that they can pay for their sister's treatment. They can they starve, भूखे रहते हैं, only for that they can pay, वो पे कर सकते हैं, इसलिए भूखे रहते हैं ताकि वो अपनी बहन के इलाज के लिए, उनके ट्रीटमेंट के लिए वो पैसा जमा कर सके. So keeping in secret and helping their sisters, they have shown that war has not shaken their spirit. So keeping a secret, it is the secret for their sister that the boys are very well earning, and they were doing very much things, so much hard work to earn for their sister's treatment, and their sister have also shown that war has not shaken their spirit, and they were being so hardworking, being bearing all much of the sorrows and hard work, the boys have shows that the boys have shown that to their sister that the incident, the war has not shaken their spirit. वॉर ने उनकी स्पिरिट को, उनके हौसले को शेकन, तोड़ा नहीं है, not shaken their spirit. They are noble and gentle and great human beings in their own special yet subtle way. They are noble. The boys are noble and gentle and great human beings in their own special yet subtle way. Means the boys are very special. They are noble, means they are very good mannered persons and very gentle and great human beings, महान व्यक्ति हैं, and being in their own special yet subtle way. They are very special and being very special in their own subtle way. उनके अपने अंदाज में वो एक अलग व्यक्तिमत्व रखते हैं. This story distinctly talks about how true the amplification phase. So the incident that the narrator heard about these boys and their sister, it shows distinctly means बिल्कुल साफ साफ ये बताती है how true the amplification, जो amplification है, जो word है, उसको बताती है. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, जहाँ पर हमारी इच्छा होती है कुछ करने की, there is a way, वहाँ पर अपने आप रास्ता खुल जाता है. कुछ काम करने की अगर हमें इच्छा होती है तो वहाँ पर अपने आप उस काम को करने की सारी बाधाएं दूर हो जाती हैं और वो काम करने का हमको नया रास्ता मिल जाता है. Where there is a will, there is a way. You can see there are many new words in this part of the story of the lesson. First is resembles. First one is resembles. Next is intruding. Resembles means two persons looks alike. Generally, the persons belonging to the same family looks alike, means they have a similar appearance. You can see there were two personalities, Shah Rukh Khan and his son Aryan Khan. They look alike to each other. So you can say that Aryan Khan resembles his father Shah Rukh Khan. Next is intruding. Intruding means coming to a place where one is uninvited. To introduce means to go to the place where you are not invited. Okay, to go to any place where you are not invited, it means you are an intruder or you are intruding on that place. The next is the phrase not shaken their spirit. Not shaken their spirit. Not shaken their spirit. So you have seen and learned in that story that the boys have bear the war crisis. Their father was being killed in the war. Their home is destroyed in the war. But they wanted to live for their sister who is ill and who is suffering from tuberculosis. So the incident of war is not shaken their spirit. उनके हौसले को तोड़ा नहीं था उस इंसिडेंट में. जैसे कि पीपीटी पर आपको दिख रहा है कि एटॉमिक बॉम्ब ड्रॉप on Hiroshima in August 1945. अगस्त 1945 में जापान की सिटी हिरोशिमा पर एक बॉम्ब ड्रॉप हुआ था और पूरी सिटी जो थी वो वैनिश हो गई थी, डिस्ट्रॉयड हो गई थी. फिर भी विदिन तो भी however within some years, within 30 to 25 to 30 years, the Japanese have overcome on this situation, over this situation. The incident of atomic bomb that dropped on their cities have not shaken their spirit. So they have developed, they do more hard work. They did more hard work, and now Japan is a very developed country among the world, among the countries of the world. So you can say that not shaken their spirit means not reduced eagerness or willingness to do something. Not reduce eagerness or willingness to do something. The next one is heart rendering. You have learned this phrase, heart rendering stories. The nurse have told the heart rendering story of the boys. Heart rendering means a very sorrowful, causing great sorrow. बहुत दुखद स्टोरी जो थी वो उन्होंने नर्स ने उनकी बताई. What is heart rending? Causing great sorrow. You can see on PPT that there is something, some incident that is destroyed the home of the man, and he is going with his son. He's just leaving the area with his son, and what is his condition? He is very sorrowful. He's sad because all his assets or his home is destroyed in that condition. So you can say that it is a very heart-rendering picture or a very heart-rendering incident. Now there is another one. It's subtle. Though there is a B in this word, but letter B is silent in this word, and you can pronounce it subtle. No subtle. No. There is the pronunciation of the word is subtle. Subtle means very nice or refined. हल्का फुल्का means you can say बहुत ही सूक्ष्म और रहस्यपूर्ण. There are many meanings. There are few meanings of these words. Subtle. You can say that she has a very subtle mind. She has a very subtle mind. उसका दिमाग बहुत तेज है. The boy have a subtle appearance. The boys has subtle way to deal with the situation. उन्होंने अपनी जो सिचुएशन थी उनकी वॉर से निकलकर उन्होंने अपने बहन को बचाने के लिए जो कुछ भी किया, तो उसमें उनका जो बहुत अच्छा नाइस तरीके से रिफाइंड हल्के फुल्के तरीके से उन्होंने अपने दुख को अपने ऊपर आने नहीं दिया. You can also say there is a subtle difference between these two plants. Subtle means a slightly refined or very nicely. Okay, so you can say how can we pronounce the word subtle? Subtle. B is silent. The letter B is silent in this word. Next, distinctly. Distinctly means very clearly. साफ, स्पष्ट रूप से. The information distinctly came from various sources. The information distinctly came from various sources, or you can say that the mood of the meeting was distinctly gloomy. Very gloomy means very sorrowful. The meeting जो थी वो बड़ी उदास है. Distinctly, you can say that the mood for the meeting was distinctly gloomy. बैठक मीटिंग का जो मूड था वो बहुत ही gloomy था. Distinctly, बहुत ही clearly. So we have the word distinctly. Distinctly means very clearly, स्पष्ट रूप से, साफ साफ. There is a statement, there is a sentence about distinctly. The information distinctly came from various sources. This information came from various sources. It is very distinctly came from the various sources. यानी जानकारी very distinctly, स्पष्ट रूप से विभिन्न स्रोतों से आई है. Another sentence on this word is the mood of the meeting was distinctly gloomy. मीटिंग का जो मूड था बड़ा ही gloomy था, उदासीन था. The mood of the meeting was distinctly gloomy. बैठक का जो मूड था बहुत ही उदासीन था, बड़ा ही उदास था. तो distinctly means very clearly and very स्पष्ट, clear, बहुत स्पष्ट रूप से. Next is amplification. The new word we have learned is amplification. You know the word amplifier. आपने एम्पलीफायर देखा होगा, आवाज को बढ़ाने के लिए हमारे साउंड सिस्टम में एम्पलीफायर होता है. तो यहाँ पर एम्पलीफिकेशन का मतलब होता है, यहाँ पर हमारी टेक्स्ट बुक में, हमारे लेसन में जो ये वर्ड आया है एम्पलीफिकेशन, दैट मीन्स फोकस ऑन अ स्टेटमेंट. किसी स्टेटमेंट पर फोकस करके उसके और अच्छे से उसको बताना. एम्पलीफिकेशन मीन्स फोकस ऑन अ स्टेटमेंट. वो स्टेटमेंट क्या था? वेयर देयर इज अ विल देयर इज अ वे. या वो स्टेटमेंट था जिसको एम्पलीफाई किया गया था, जिसको एम्पलीफिकेशन किया गया था. नेक्स्ट इज literally. There is another word, literally. Literally means सचमुच, in a literal manner or exactly. बिल्कुल सही सही, पूरी तरह से सही सही, exactly. She was literally blue with cold. She was literally blue with cold. कोल्ड की वजह से the skin of the girl became blue. Literally means सचमुच में, बिल्कुल. Next, another sentence is the event literally stopped the traffic. Some event is going on the road, so the incident has literally stopped the traffic. Next one is to starve. To starve or starving. We have learned it in the lesson. The boys are starving. Means suffer or die from hunger. Some people in the world don't get food to fulfill their hunger, so you can say that the people are starving. So suffer or die from hunger is called to starve. Now there is some questions about the part which have learnt today. Now answer the following questions. What secret about the brothers does the nurse tell the narrator? What secret does the nurse tell the narrator about the brothers? The nurse tells that the boy's father killed in a war. They live in a shelter and starve only so that they can pay for their sister's treatment. The nurse tells that the boy's father killed in a war. They live in a shelter and starve full only so that they can pay for the sister's treatment. Okay, next the question is explain the proverb where there is a will, there is a way. The statement you have to explain the proverb where there is a will, there is a way. There is a will, there is a will, there is a way. This is a proverb. What does it mean? The proverb means that the statement shows us that the importance of willpower and the change it brings on an average person's life. What is the statement says? The statement says that the importance of willpower. What is the importance of willpower and the change it brings on an average person's life? What is the importance of our willpower and what change it brings on an average person's life? It means that if you have willpower to achieve something, then nothing can block your path. This proverb that where there is a will, there is a way says that if you have willpower, अगर आपके अंदर विल पावर है, स्वेच्छा है, एक शक्ति है टू अचीव समथिंग, कुछ करने की, कुछ पाने की, then nothing can block your path. तो कोई भी चीज आपके रास्ते को रोक नहीं सकती है. Where there is a will, there is a way. So now you have learned the lesson. The lesson is about the brothers, the boys who had suffered from war. Their father were being killed in the war. Their house is destroyed, but yet they have not uh, left any courage. They not lose their courage. So they have struggled and they survive. They struggle for survive and they earn for their sisters' treatment. How's the hard-working boys? How boys? The boys are very hardworking. So the stories tells that you can do if you have a willpower, then you can do whatever you want. So this is the end of the lesson. Thank you. Thank you for watching the lesson. I hope you had enjoyed and learned many new things about the lesson. So now there is time to go. Goodbye. Take care of yourselves and stay protected. Thank you.